Welcome to Jazzy Cooking with Jasmine Aziz. Jazzy Cooking with Jasmine Aziz. Oh! As my mother is aging, I've taken up the quest of preserving her recipes by replicating them myself. The first of these recipes is for her delicious chicken curry. Check out my blog for the vegetarian version that I love, also known as chickenless chicken curry. In this video, I'm making the chicken curry in an instant pot. Instant, not Insta. I hate it when people say Instapot. To make this chicken curry, you will need the following ingredients. Skinless chicken thighs and legs with bones. Mama says the bones give it the flavor. That used to make me queasy when I was a vegetarian, but I know what she means. 2 medium red onions, finely chopped. Mama don't like the big chunks of onion, so you gotta chop it super fine. 3 tablespoons of tomato paste, 2 yellow potatoes cut into medium-sized pieces. This will be served on a bed of rice. So yeah, we like our carbs. It's all good. 1 cup of plain yogurt, 1 cup of water, 3 cloves of garlic finely chopped, 1.5 teaspoons of finely minced ginger, ghee, about 1.5 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons of canola oil, and now to the spices. Mama says that the key to her cooking is to roast the spices first. She spends a day roasting them and then putting them in her stainless steel tiffin. I just steal the spices from her place, but since you can't do that, I'd recommend going to your local Indian grocery store and purchasing the roasted version of each spice, which is readily available now. You'll need 1.5 teaspoons coriander, 1 teaspoon cumin, 1/2 teaspoon turmeric, 1/2 teaspoon of garam masala, and 1 teaspoon red chili powder, or as much as your sexy spicy butt can handle. That's your call. Now here she comes in the kitchen. Turn your Instant Pot on to the saute feature. This heats up mofo quick, so be ready with all your ingredients. Add the ghee, also known as clarified butter, and about 1 tablespoon or more of oil. Let the ghee dissolve into the oil until you can see it no more, and then when it's hot, add the onions. Now stir, stir, stir the onions, because this is the key to making the gravy thick and yummy. You want the onions to become translucent, but not to the point that they burn and become brown. They'll reduce in size, so that's a good clue too. And the oil will separate. You must wait until the oil separates. Why? Because Mama said so. When the onions are set at the right stage, add the garlic and ginger. Then you will smell that familiar scent of my childhood. Let the aroma overtake you. It was a smell I ran from in my youth, but as an adult, I now fully appreciate it. Add some salt at this point to bring out the flavors even more, about 1/2 teaspoon. Ah, that smells so good. Add the dry spices and the tomato paste. Mama says this is the most important part. You need to stir vigorously at this junction to let the tomato paste become less acidic and take on the flavor of the spices. Add a splash of water as needed here. You're making a thick paste of curry yumminess. Mama says, keep stirring till you can't stir no mo. I'm doing it, Mama. Then add in your potatoes and coat with the sauce. If you want crispier potatoes, saute them in the oil first, then remove them and keep them aside. I like them softer, so I skip that step. Drool. Add in your chicken and coat the entire thing so that everything has some of the yummy paste on it. Then add in your cup of water. If you want more gravy, you can add more water, but Mama doesn't like it too watery and neither do I, so that's all we're getting in there. Then add your room temperature yogurt. Very important, room temperature. Stir it and make it all creamy and lovely. Side note, don't use a super low-fat yogurt. Go with at least a 2% or 3% plain yogurt. Smells like my youth in here, I tell ya. At this point, you want to add in your salt to taste. Mama doesn't measure, but I've watched her closely and it's about 1 teaspoon of salt. Then, as is the Indian culture rich with superstition, you must add a little pinch more of salt in case there are unexpected guests. This isn't something you can argue about like how I used to say to my mom, "But Mama, who is coming over?" And she would say, "Just do it, nah." Not really an exclamation, but that's all you're gonna get, so add the pinch for luck, okay? Now, find the friggin' lid and figure out how to put it on. This next part will be off camera because I had to fight with it for a bit, and speaking of salt, I used some rather salty language while getting it on. Now, once the lid is secure and set to the closed venting position, set your Instant Pot to 9 minutes, not more or less. And then once you get it to 9, don't touch it. While you wait, may I humbly suggest you pick up a book and read this book. If you're highly impatient or making a video on YouTube, vent the Instant Pot to release the pressure so you can get at the food sooner. Is that steam from the Instant Pot or from your eyeballs after you read my sexy novel, Sex and Samosas? Yes, that was another shameless plug. And now here's the money shot, baby. Oh yeah. All the chicken is cooked through. Potatoes are all soft and yummy. I'm going to leave it on sauté for a bit to thicken it up a little more. Mama says don't even think about serving Indian food without a coriander garnish. Now I have a love-hate relationship with this herb, so I'ma just throw it on top and make Mama happy. Now for the final test. Will this recipe get the Mama stamp of approval? She approves. She likes it. She really likes it. A smile from my Mama is worth $1,000,000. Try this recipe yourself and leave your comments or questions below. Remember that the most important ingredient in cooking is love. So be sure to add that too and savor every bite of food and of life.